Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Unity of Hagerstown. Thank you for being here today. And today, right now, we are going to sing and celebrate the power of I Am. I am whole. I am free. I am everything I think I can be. I am healthy and I am strong. I am right where I belong. I've got power. I've got power of I am. I am joyful. I am healed. I am open to paths that are revealed. I am faithful and I am blessed. I am free from all worry and stress. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. Oh, I am. Here we go. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. I am loving. I am loved. I've got everything I need. I am enough. I am confident and I am unique. I am positive with every word I speak. I've got the power. I've got the power of I am. Oh, I am. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. All right, let me hear that power. Are you ready? Can you feel it? Coming up from the ground, coming down through your head. Here we go. I've got power. I've got power. I've got power of I am. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. I've got the power. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am. I've got power. I've got power. I've got the power of I am.
Can I tell you what? If you didn't hear that, even in the next counting, my golly, Cotty. Woo! Thank you so much for that opening song, and welcome everybody to Unity of Hagerstown for our celebration service today. And we welcome to those joining us on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you may happen to catch us. We're so glad that you're part of this community. We begin, as we always begin, with an opening prayer. We're going to do something a little different. Did you want to do the opening prayer? Okay, we've been doing something a little bit different, having a call and response prayer. So I'm going to say an affirmation. It's on. Can you not hear me? Hello? Okay. I'm going to say an affirmation and then you repeat it after me. Okay? It's the power of I am. So I am life expressing.
I am life expressing.
I am one with life.
I am one with life.
I am one with wisdom.
I am one with wisdom.
I am guided on my healing journey.
I am guided on my healing journey.
And so it is. Amen. Yes. So if you will join me in our mission statement together.
Community is now a welcoming community, embraces spiritual awakening through affirmative prayer and meditation, creating a positive path of abundant living for all.
And now we have the reading of the daily word with Barbara. And you can take it and stand in the middle if you want.
Oh, okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
So today's daily word is free. While I may not be able to control what is happening around me, I have the power to choose my response. Even though it may seem paradoxical, assuming complete responsibility for my reactions and choices is the key to my freedom. No one and nothing can make me feel a certain way. Living from this awareness gives me the power to create my life from the inside out. I choose my thoughts, words, and actions. If I don't like what my life is showing me, I have the power to make new choices. I do not squander my spiritual freedom. Other people and worldly situations have no control over me. Taking full responsibility for living my life, I am free to create my future by living from my divinity. And from 1 Peter 2:16, as servants of God, live as free people, yet do not use your freedom as a pretext for evil. And together, first the affirmation, if we can say it together. Divine
wisdom, love, and strength guide me to freedom.
And as we pause and take it into our heart and let it settle in. And if we could repeat one more time.
Divine wisdom, love, and strength guide me to freedom.
Thank you, Barbara. And now we have another song with Fred and Patty.
Up from my feet, I call the healing power. Up from my feet, I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. Up from my feet, know that I am here. In through my hands, I call the healing power. In through my hands, I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. In through my hands, I call. Down from my head, I call the healing power. Down through my head, I draw it to my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. Down through my head, I know that I am here. Spirit and soul, I call the healing power. With my spirit and soul, I call it in my heart. It's already here. I only need to claim it. Spirit and soul, I know that I am here. I am here.
So we have an opportunity in which we can greet our neighbors. For those of you who may not be familiar with this community, you just, if you're not a hugger, just put your hand out, okay, for a handshake. If you don't want to have any contact at all, that's perfectly okay. Just take a step back and say hello, you know. So this is a time just to greet our neighbors, not necessarily share our life story. We can do that after the service. I know, BG, I see you. And I want to invite you as well to greet those on Facebook. Just come in front of this little phone here that's doing the live streaming and say hello, if you're comfortable doing that. So let's greet our neighbors, friends.
Good morning, Ken.
I'm going to turn this up just a little bit so I don't have to scratch. Okay, is that good?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to say hello to each of you who are watching on Facebook. We love and appreciate you so much. We thank you for your consistent support and hope you have a blessed, blessed week.
Good. How are you?
Right, yeah. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Facebook friends. Please be seated. You can hear my voice. Please be seated. Okay. If you can hear my voice, please be seated. Thank you so much. I can't seem to get this mic adjusted in the proper place. There we go. Okay. So, South Korea is currently having the fastest growing aging population in the developed world. According to a recent census, 14% of the country's population are 65 years old or older, and that's about close to 7 million people in South Korea. That's a lot of people there. So as the world is becoming more and more aware of the dangers of isolation and the health risks involved with that, you may have heard of different ways in which communities are trying to encourage seniors to get together with others. We, I know, are probably familiar with matching senior citizens with younger people just to discover their stories and experiences. There's also a grocery store chain in the United Kingdom that has a slow line for checkout where the cashiers are trained in interpersonal skills so that they can actually carry on a conversation. You don't go in that line if you're in a rush. You know? It's a slow line. Well, South Korea has come up with a pretty interesting thing that I actually would love to see here. They have, the government has funded different nightclubs to be open on off hours to have the senior community come in and have dance parties. Can you imagine? Yeah, I love that. So it's really combating the loneliness that many people feel, and it also is such an expression of life. In fact, one gentleman, South Korean gentleman, told BBC in an interview that he has a bad back, he's got bad knees, but he dances anyway, and the pain goes away. So isn't that amazing? It's an expression of life, which we know that life is a healing power within us. It's a great way to get in touch with that power. So we are continuing our exploration of spiritual healing today, but I wanted to review a little bit from last week. We talked about the power of life, how we can focus it, and how we can activate that power within our own physical beings. We also looked at the starting point for realizing wholeness, and it's that understanding that the one life, the one intelligence of the universe, the one power of the universe is the same life, intelligence, and power that is within all of us. We have access to this power. You have the ability to direct that energy of life into a greater manifestation into your daily life. Charles Fillmore co-founder of Unity, tells us if you want to see the real expression of divine mind in your body, all you have to do is mentally image it. Put your I am identity into it and affirm that the perfect body, as idealized in God mind, is now made manifest in your hands, in your feet, in your heart, and in every part of your organism. In other words, I am connects us with that Christ consciousness within us, our higher self, our true self, our spiritual self. And when we use that to say, I am life expressing, there is something within us that recognizes the truth of that and allows that life to express a little bit more fully within us. Okay? So the power of I am, which I didn't know I was going to write that when you selected that song, so that was perfect. But in order to do that, in order to really fully believe I am life expressing, or I am guided by divine wisdom along my healing journey, whatever affirmation you're making, we may need to release the thought of who we were to accept a new idea of the truth of our being. We may need to forget about thoughts that we held about yesterday, about our health or illness. Forget beliefs that we may have held on to that we won't ever feel any differently. If it doesn't support our a vibrant life within us. And then moving away from that, realizing that we are not the condition that we are perhaps experiencing. We can affirm the strength and power and wisdom and love and freedom that we are in spirit. Charles Filmer goes on to say, forgetting the things that are behind, I realize I am strong, positive, powerful, wise, loving, fearless, free spirit. I am God's perfect child. You should take a picture of that. That is a great affirmation. I'll leave it up there for a little bit. So in our Wednesday Burritos in Bible class, or discussion I should say, because that's what it is. It's not really a class, it's a discussion. We looked at the story of Lot's wife. A cautionary tale about looking back into the past, living in a world that used to be. And just to recap the story quickly, two messengers or angels, depending on which translation you're looking at, had come to Sodom and Gomorrah, and of course that those towns were out of control. Lot, Abraham's nephew, insisted that these messengers stay with him because it was unsafe to stay anywhere else in town. That's how out of control it was. Well, events occurred, and the messengers told Lot and his family to leave town and don't look back because they're going to destroy it all. You know, the Hebrew Testament has some pretty violent scenes in it, but we're going to get there. They said, flee for your life. Do not look back or stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the hills, or else you will be consumed. And then we know that Lot's wife, when leaving the towns, looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. Well, we like to look at things metaphysically here at Unity, in which each character is really a symbol of a belief or a thought that we're holding within us. It is a state of consciousness that we all have. First of all, it's always a pretty good teaching to keep our focus on the present moment and not dwell in the past so much. But to look back is to really give energy to that which we are leaving. If we are leaving behind a state of consciousness that does not serve us, when we keep dwelling on it, we're giving it energy that we could use to affirm the truth of our being. So we leave behind the thoughts that are life-denying, that are destructive. We move into the hill country, to a higher consciousness. We may have deeply ingrained neural pathways of thought about how we are one way or the other, how we can never change. And maybe those are the thoughts that we need to walk away from as well, and recognizing that we are not not our condition, recognizing that those thoughts are no longer serving us. If we look back to those thoughts, it may be that we find ourselves preserved in that way of thinking. So Ernest Holmes tells us metaphysical or spiritual mind healing is based on the assumption that we live in a spiritual universe now, that we are spiritual beings now, that the kingdom of heaven is at hand when? Now. That spiritual humankind is perfect now, that the mind of God and the energy of the universe are available now. Yes, this present moment. So we learn to let go of past beliefs that we may be holding about ourselves that are limiting us in any way, the idea of who we thought we were, for a new idea of wholeness, because we are held as whole in divine mind. Lowell Fillmore, the oldest son of Charles and Myrtle, who were the co-founders of Unity, writes, "Why make life drab for yourself and your associates by dwelling in the shadowy land of past mistakes? Let the past go and live now. When you release the specters of the past from your memory, they will sink away into their original nothingness." Those thoughts came from nothingness, and from nothingness they can return. So the easiest way to replace these life-denying thoughts with life-affirming ones is through what we call affirmative prayer, which is affirming the truth of our being. Not to make it so, excuse me, but to realize it is the truth that we have, that we hold as a spiritual being, as an expression of spirit. It is not, we're not affirming to make it so, but because it is so. Charles Fillmore called affirmative prayer the fastest mind action there is. In other words, the quickest way to change our mind, the easiest way to create new neural pathways. And Ernest Holmes tells us, if we could give up our diseases, offer them on the altar of faith to the giver of all life, we would be healed. It's not easy to release our troubles. We are prone to linger with them. But by effectual and fervent prayer, we gradually lose false thought into its native nothingness. There's that word again. God is perfect life, and when we enter his light, we are healed. So there's a difference between a cure and healing. And I just wanted to point that out. We are talking about a healing on multiple levels. So Lot's wife did not, going back to our story, Lot's wife did not heed the advice given or the guidance given from the angels. And metaphysically, angel is symbolic of a message from God. But more than just a warning not to look back, I think this story also tells us not to disregard divine guidance if we have a sense that we should move in one way or another. So the cities were about to be destroyed as a consequence as well of their treatment to these angels. Hospitality was extremely important in that day and age, as it is still today. So to mistreat strangers was a grave offense. Reverend Ed Townsley tells us Lot and his family were an exception to the consciousness of the towns and were warned to flee to safety. They are the thoughts in our consciousness that respond, even in the midst of chaos, to the loving guidance of spirit. They were told not to look back, but to keep their focus on moving forward. Lot's wife, of course, does look back, becomes a pillar of salt, but we too can find ourselves paralyzed when we allow the past to compromise our faith in the guidance. In other words, when we're too afraid to take that step that's urging us forward. And I truly believe that within each of us, there is the guidance that we seek in making the best decisions for our healing journey. Now, I'm going to switch stories now and move to the Christian Testament. And there's a story there of someone who followed their guidance and was healed as a result. It's found in Luke chapter 8. Let me just read a little bit of that. Now, there was a woman who had been suffering from hemorrhages for 12 years. She had endured much under many physicians and had spent all that she had and was no better, but rather grew worse. She had heard about Jesus and came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak. For she said, if I but touch his clothes, I will be made well. Immediately her hemorrhage stopped, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. She followed her guidance, she had faith in her guidance, and she was healed. When we connect with our Christ consciousness, which Jesus represents, then we have this dawning of truth upon us that we are already whole in divine mind. As a spiritual being, we are already whole and perfect. Our birthright is wholeness. When we have that dawning, that aha moment, then a healing does take place. And of course, in miracles, there's a phrase called the holy instant. The holy instant is this very now moment. It's the now moment in which miracles can occur. All the possibilities for something new are held in the holy instant. In the moment we realize that we're not separate from the one life, the one power, the one intelligence of the universe. We are one with this power. So back to the story of the woman who touches Jesus' clothes. Immediately aware that the power had gone forth from him, Jesus turned about in the crowd and said, who touched my clothes? And his disciples said to him, you see the crowd pressing in on you. How can you even ask that question? I'm ad-libbing a little bit. How can you even ask that question? There's so many people around. But the woman knew what he was asking and came up to Jesus in fear and trembling, fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed. So this shows the power of intention as well. When we hold that intention of wholeness, follow our guidance within, get in communion with our Christ consciousness. I believe there's healing that happens on a soul level. So next week, we're going to take another look at some of the healing stories in the Christian Testament, and we'll conclude our healing series. But we'll look at the power of faith, I believe. You know, healing comes in many forms, in many ways. Some wounds heal quickly, like a scratch on the hand might heal pretty quickly, whereas a broken heart or a troubled life might take a little bit greater depth of healing to happen. The healing of body, mind, and soul. The Native Americans have kind of a wise teaching on this. Healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. Every need for healing is an invitation to turn within to God for guidance, for direction. As we connect with the source of both physical and spiritual healing, that source of life within, we are guided in ways of strength and wholeness. As we understand that we are held in divine mind as whole, just as we are, we receive the most vital and lasting form of healing, and that's the healing of our soul. Jeremiah 30:17. I know I'm doing a lot of scripture today. It's a little unusual, but I think between Christmas and Easter, I kind of go that way. But Jeremiah 30:17 says, for I will restore health to you, and your wounds I will heal. Join with me, if you will, in this affirmation. Together, I'm healed in body, mind, and soul. We're going to move into a time of meditation. This will be a guided meditation followed by a period of silence. I invite you to get comfortable, if you will, adjust your position as necessary. For those watching on Facebook, see if you can find a nice quiet corner. If you're driving, please don't meditate. So let's go ahead and close your eyes or gaze softly down the ground so we're not distracted by anything else that is going on. And as we focus on our breath, to relax our bodies, I invite you to do like a mental body scan and just see if there's any Any areas of tension that need to be released? Perhaps the back of the neck, the shoulders, maybe the jawline. Just releasing and relaxing. Continue the scan all the way down to your toes. And as the body quiets, our thoughts quiet too. If there's anything that is weighing heavy on your heart, I invite you to set that aside for now. Don't let it block this time of communion. I'm healed in body, mind, and soul. Right here, right now. I am in the holy instant of God, where healing happens. Where miracles occur. There is nothing that blocks me from this spirit of life within, from this spirit of wisdom within, except my own idea of separation. I release that now, knowing that I am one with God. God, or perfect light, radiating around me, through me, as me. As we go into a period of silence, it's not a silence of noise necessarily, but a quieting of the thoughts. Let us continue to think and affirm wholeness. I am healed in body, mind, and soul now, this holy instant. I am healed in body, mind, and soul in the silence. And as we continue to sing restfully, I invite Patty and Brent to sing our next song.
Close my eyes, open my heart. I take a deep breath, let the healing start. Lift my hands, I plant my feet. I let love in, I feel the beat that's calling us to rise. Spirit rise up, rise with me, oh rise. Rise, Spirit rise up, rise with me. Ready my soul, I clear my mind. I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark. Oh, we rise and rise, rise, Spirit rise up, rise with me, oh rise, rise, Spirit rise up, rise with me. Close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in, I feel a beat. Rise, rise, Spirit rise up, rise with me, oh rise, rise, Spirit rise up, rise with me. Ready my soul, I clear my mind. I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns lighting up the dark. Oh, we rise as one. Rise, rise, Spirit rise up, rise with me, come and rise, rise, Spirit
yes. Thank you, thank you. Beautiful song. So I invite you to join me in our affirmation on the screen together. Abundant blessings flow to me and through me. I give thanks for the prosperity in my life. And let's join together in an offertory prayer, if you will. Just taking a moment to just allow the thanksgiving to come forth. We give thanks for the gifts. We give thanks for the givers. We give all thanks for all those volunteers and supporters of this ministry, making it possible to keep the doors open. We bless each and every one. We bless each and every gift. We dedicate it all to the work of this ministry. Thank you, God. Amen. Another song.
I'm thankful for the morning that brings me a brand new day. I'm thankful for all the good that always comes my way. I'm thankful for all I am and all that I can do. Oh, sweet spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I'm thankful for the little light that shines inside of me. I'm thankful I can share it with everyone I see. I'm thankful for the joy and love. All I know is true. Oh, sweet spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you.
We do have a few announcements today. We have our last Burritos and Bible discussion coming up on Wednesday. If you haven't joined us previously, if you'd like to, just feel free to sign up on the sign-up form in the foyer. There's a $10 charge, and we're not doing burritos, but burrito soup this Wednesday. Yeah, thought it might be easier for the cook. Friday is the somatic breath work workshop, and there are flyers for that out in the foyer as well. That starts at 6 p.m., I believe. No, I have to check the flyer. Sorry, it's not up there, but it's on the website as well. And then our sound bath is always the first Wednesday of the month, and that starts at 7. On the 14th, we're having a vow renewal for Valentine's Day Reverend Richard Pacheco is going to be offering that. It's going to be here, yes. For those, you need to register a time slot with Richard, and that's on flyers as well. You can only put so much information on here, right? Our wonderful Men of Unity group will be meeting on the 15th. And the Zion Soup Kitchen, if you signed up for it, please bring your items. I think it was just cake this past week that we're signed up for. If you signed up, please bring the cake next Sunday, if you would. And then we have a box in the back to update our contact information. If you haven't already done so, please fill out a form right against the far wall there. Thank you so much. So now, I think we have enough time. Yep.
There's a song in my soul, it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. There's a song in my soul, it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. I am whole, 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 I am whole. There's a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There's a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. I am healed, 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 I am healed. There was a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There's a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. I am loved, 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 I am loved. There's a song in my soul, it sings of my joy. It bubbles up from deep inside to her sweet joy. There's a song in my soul, it sings of my joy. It bubbles up from deep inside your sweet joy. I am joy, I am 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 joy. There's a song in my soul that sings I am love. A beaming ray of spirit's light, I am love. There's a song in my soul that sings I am love. A beaming ray of spirit's light, I am love. I am love, 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 I am love. I am whole, I am whole. I am healed, I am healed. I am loved, I am loved. I am joy, I am joy.
Yeah! Thank you. So this time we're going to say goodbye to our Facebook friends. We love you, we appreciate you. We see the light that you are. Have a wonderful week. Know that you are life. Wholeness is yours. Is it all?